What's happening, everyone? Just actually got a bunch of stuff to show you. So first off, this is my brass K-27. It is a United model. I painted this one probably about 4 months ago, and then I just finally got around to weathering it. So this is here all finished. Came out really nice. I like the way it happened, or the way it came out. I mainly use Vallejo thinned out in my airbrush and just took my time. Finally ended up putting an actual coal load in there now. And then the whole thing was just sealed up with dull coat. And then a lot of this was washes and then pastels on there. So that's one part. So that's one part of the modeling. I'll show you the other thing that I've started. If you guys have been watching my channel for any time, I had a laser cutter before. It was a little 2.8 watt diode laser. It worked okay. Mainly they're meant for like engraving, not actually cutting. So in order to cut wood, it would take a whole bunch of cuts. So I got this. It is a 50 watt CO2 laser. I got it off Amazon, and been really impressed with this thing. This one has a lot of the upgraded stuff already to it, so I didn't have to do much. If you're into laser cutters at all, you'll know that the base K40 is pretty basic. It doesn't come with a lot. You end up spending a whole bunch of money upgrading it, and this one already had everything done. It out of the box, it has been working great. No adjustments, no nothing. Just had to do a few mods to it. So I've got it on actually a hydraulic scissor cart from Harbor Freight, so it will actually adjust up and down. I've added the water coolant tank, so it has 3 gallons of distilled water. It came with a bad water pump, so I got this one off Amazon. It's meant for solar panels for cooling. I'm running the air pump that came with it because that actually works fine. It's a little noisy. And then you can see my variable switch for a water cooler that I put in. You can buy a chiller, and it's basically this right here in a box for about $150. So that's actually a power steering cooler. And then I've got 2 AC fans that are on that switch. It works pretty good. It'll hold a ambient temperature here pretty good. It won't actually cool below, but as long as it's holding ambient. So you can see the hydraulic. So this is adjustable up and down. And then I've just got this vent, which goes all the way out to a vent out here. It's actually off right now. And then it just turns on, gives like an additional 200 CFM. So one of the reasons I bought it is I do a lot of woodworking on the side, and just show you. So this is some of the kind of stuff that I make, and got a local person here that has their own cider company, so I've just been making stuff for them. Just this kind of stuff. And that was part of the reason why I got the laser cutter. The other reason is I can build models much better. So this one, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I built this off of the diode laser that I had, and it's a narrow gauge Denver Rio Grande kind of loose base section house. You can see it's all built out of, I think this was the 1/8 inch ply. The whole interior. This one I use Grant Line windows. So I've been looking for projects to do to learn more about the laser. So I decided, hey, why don't I revisit this one, redo it, and then I'm still debating. I still might actually start selling these as kits. So you can kind of see the design process. Here's my prototype. And this is the first try at it. Had a few mistakes, mainly because this is a double wall. I actually made these windows so they're wider on the inside so that the windows would actually sit inside. And then here is the finished, what I just did. So I make all my own windows and doors. It's all out of laser board. It's a thin resin impregnated paper product, and it laser cuts really well. So this one, 100% everything was made on the laser, and I designed. It's got all the arches. This piece right here, I ran out of wood, so it'll actually fill, and I've actually got to readjust this dimension here. This is the first full together one that I built, but you can see all the windows, everything are cut off the laser. And actually assembles pretty easy. It's 2 pieces, and it's all, the inside is interlocking tabs, so it goes together. I think I had this thing built in maybe under 30 minutes. It actually will have a cutout for the chimney, because this is the first roof off of this one. I ran out of this wood to finish it, and then it just needs the trim boards on the sides. So this is the cutting software I use. It's Lightburn. You have to buy it. It's only about, I think it was $80. Totally worth it. There's a lot of parameters that you can change and set. But the initial design was actually built in Inkscape. And then I save as a SVG file and then reopen it here in Lightburn. And this is where it allows you to set all your cutting parameters right there. So far it's been working out good. And like I said, I might try and sell this as a kit in the future here. Haven't nailed down a price yet of what I would charge, but it wouldn't be too expensive. As long as the only thing I'm going to have to probably outsource is this chimney from Grant Line, and that's just the only additional. And then I still have to do the laser cut windows as well. But these are 2-piece window designs, so you can actually move them up and down or glue them into place up and down, so you could have open windows. And I may even think about doing some interior partitions too. But if you guys have any questions or have any interest in this kit, let me know. It can be pretty much made for any prototype, just based on what colors you paint it. Or if there's a project or something that you've been wanting to have made, let me know, and I can look into it and see how hard it would be, and then what it would end up costing. So anyways, thanks for watching.